Hi everyone, Mr. Tingle here. I am the Vocational Qualification Leader and I'm responsible for overseeing any qualification that isn't a GCSE. I'm also the course leader for BTEC Sport. Now I wish I could have done a BTEC when I was at school. Unfortunately, we didn't have them when I was at school, but it would have really suited the way that I learn. They differ from GCSEs, which tend to have 1 or 2 exams at the end of the course, and if you have an off day during your exam, it really affects your overall grade. BTECs differ in that up to 60% of your overall grade can be achieved before even sitting in an exam. This is done by completing internally assessed coursework completed in lesson time. The BTEC Sport course this year is a completely new course. I'm going to start with component 3. As you can see, it is weighted slightly heavier than the other 2 components with 48 guided learning hours. It equates to 40% of your overall grade. This is the exam component and it is also the synoptic component, which means that it is delivered last and draws upon knowledge learnt in all of the components. This means that 60% of your overall grade comes from component 1 and component 2. These components are internally assessed, which means we will teach you the content and then you will be given about 6 hours to complete assignments set by the exam board Pearson. It says that these components are externally moderated. This means that 10 learners' work will be checked by the exam board. Let's look now at component 1 in a bit more detail. Component 1. Preparing participants to take part in sport and physical activity. It has 3 learning aims. Learning aim A, explore types and provision of sport and physical activity for different types of participant. So different types of participant include young children, adolescents, adults and seniors. We will look at how sport is structured in the UK, looking at the private, public and voluntary sectors. Learning aim B, examine equipment and technology required for participants to use when taking part in sport and physical activity. This is a really exciting learning aim, which is completely new and involves looking at how technology and equipment can influence sporting success. This is a massive part of all sports. If we look at sprint cycling in the velodrome, for example, the design of the bikes and helmets to maximise aerodynamics is very important. There have been massive advances in the design of running spikes in recent years, which has definitely made athletes faster. Learning aim C, be able to prepare participants to take part in sport and physical activity. This will involve you planning and delivering a sports warm-up. This will be filmed as evidence towards your final grade. Component 2 also has 3 learning aims. Learning aim A, understand how different components of fitness are used in different physical activities. Here we learn about skill-related components of fitness: balance, coordination, reaction time, agility and power. We also learn about the physical components of fitness: speed, aerobic endurance, muscular strength, muscular endurance, flexibility and body composition. We investigate which components of fitness are important for different sports. Learning aim B, be able to participate in sport and understand the roles and responsibilities of officials. For this learning aim, we have to demonstrate our skills in a sport, in both isolated practices and in game situations. Here you will be filmed as evidence towards your final grade. You also have to have a good knowledge of the rules of your selected sport and understand how they are applied in different situations. You will also learn about the roles and responsibilities of the officials in your sport. For example, in football, we look at the jobs of the referee, the assistant referees and the 4th official and why they do these jobs. Learning aim C, demonstrate ways to improve participants' sporting techniques. You will plan and lead a sport session. This will be completed on a sport and skill of your choice. This will be filmed as evidence towards your final grade. So the last component, component 3, developing fitness to improve other participants' performance in sport and physical activity. This is the written exam unit. It is 1 hour and 15 minutes and is marked out of 60. Topics covered include components of fitness, principles of training, exercise intensity and how it can be determined. We investigate fitness testing to determine different fitness levels for different components of fitness. We also learn about different methods of training and how to plan effective personal fitness training programs. Our BTEC sports results have always been extremely strong. We have never had a student fail the course. This does not mean that the course is easy though. What it means is that we have extremely high standards and we will work you hard to achieve the results. As you can see, our results speak for themselves. Where can a level 2 BTEC sport lead? Naturally, you can take a level 3 BTEC sport course at college, of which there are a range. There are currently 7 different level 3 BTEC sports courses offered. However, you are not limited to just taking a level 3 BTEC. You can also go on to study A-level PE. This is just a snapshot of different careers that a BTEC sport qualification can lead on to. BTEC sports goes hand in hand with science. So even if your end goal is not to work in the sports industry, this is a good course to marry up with a science career. Please get it out of your heads now. You will not turn up to BTEC sport lessons and play football every lesson. The course is heavily theory and assignment based, but we do try to make the course as practical as we can. Please don't hesitate to contact me via email for further information on the BTEC Sport course. Alternatively, follow the link to the BTEC website. Thank you.